just confused on what's going on here.
Yeah.
Why is it staring at me?
Straight back.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with him? Nah, full body tracking. You don't know how to act.
Oh
Swear to
man, I
God.
want that so bad, but I'm
I
not.
don't.
This ain't full body tracking, jackass.
So you just moving. You just move.
Why say it
Yeah, no
to
reason.
wish you did.
Yo,
Oh,
why
you
you
wish
talking
you
to you
did,
like
though.
that, bro?
But you wish
No
you did.
clue.
You wish you did, though. Now I don't belong here.
This is probably the toughest furry I've only seen ever, and that's because it reminds me of Fox. It reminds me of Star Fox. No, but little military fit. Everybody be doing like furry shit like that. That actually has clothes on. Tough.
Bro, I was actually in Afghanistan.
For real?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you got
I
shot
was
at?
in Afghanistan.
Oh yeah. Yes.
What year did you do your boot
I
camp?
don't belong here.
2013.
Oh, never mind. Do you know what base you're deployed at? Maybe you went to the
No,
same
yo, I
base.
can't get up there, bitch.
I was in Kandahar and I was in
I
Camp
dunk
Beer in
that shit like
Kuwait.
LeBron.
I got deployed twice.
Sorry, I don't want to sound. I'm not saying the states of which those bases are located
Oh,
in.
shit.
Oh no, I'm National Guard, but
Oh,
I have been deployed twice, and I've put motherfuckers in the dirt.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, so
can I ask you a question really quick?
Have some of your friends ate dirt?
Who? Me?
Yeah, can I
Have
ask
some
you a
of your
question really
friends
quick?
ate dirt?
What?
I have a YouTube channel where one of the things I do is interview people in VRChat. Would you be willing to talk to me for a little bit?
hello.
I want to see how many of your military friends
Uh,
died
Yeah, I
in battle.
probably actually would. Yeah.
What the?
Okay, would you mind if we kind of went over that way a little bit so it's a bit quieter?
What branch are you in?
I'm out now. I actually retired a month ago.
Oh, wow.
What branch were you in?
Why you guys looking at me?
Army National Guard.
Oh, nice.
So you said that you were deployed into the military? Like, what branch of the military?
So I was Army, National Guard, but I was deployed twice. I was deployed to Kuwait in 2015 and Afghanistan in 2019.
Kuwait. What was going on in Kuwait in 2015?
Absolutely nothing. I was a helicopter mechanic on Chinooks, just working on stuff. Just nothing happened. There were sandstorms. That's it. The spicy shit didn't start until 2019.
And in 2019, you were where?
Kandahar, Afghanistan. So at this point, I wasn't working on Chinooks anymore. I was a flight engineer, like a backseater. Basically in charge of everything behind the cockpit. So I was on the gun and moving all the cargo, anything that the pilots couldn't control, I was doing.
Oh, so you were like operating the mounted gun in the helicopters and stuff?
Yeah, it's a M240 machine gun. Yeah.
Did you see a lot of combat?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, I'm gonna make this very, very broad so that you can approach it however you'd like. But could you tell me a little bit about like what it was like being in like combat in Afghanistan?
Adrenaline. In the moment, you don't think anything of it. Afterwards, I don't know. It doesn't seem real. Like I went through that in that time period, and now that I'm back, all these years later, it still seems like a fever dream. But in the moment, it's pure adrenaline. You just have to fight for survival. I don't know if that makes sense.
That's fucking insane. Yo, that's...
Yo, what's up, pretty?
God damn, bro.
Think he's talking to you? No, I'm talking to you.
I got this now.
Yeah, I know.
No, it
No. I'm talking about the guy
it literally is adrenaline completely.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's like you're sitting on the side.
Fighting for survival for you and your crew. Obviously, I was not in the cockpit. I was in the back with the gun, but
What guns did you guys use or shoot?
so I had an M4A1 carbine and a Beretta M9, but my main bread and butter was the M240 machine gun, the M240 Hotel, the aerial one.
Could you walk while shooting that machine gun? Like, could you, like, you know how they be walking and putting it on the shoulder? Can you do that?
You could. I didn't. It was always mounted on some shit. It's a lot easier to handle when it's like here on handles, but
Yeah.
we had a whole kit to turn it into that to, if like we crashed or something. I never did it.
God damn. That shit crazier than a motherfucker, bro. Do you take therapy for that shit, or do you just sit at home be thinking of it? And how do like video game bullet sounds like feel to you now? Does that shit feel like just like a joke, like everybody else thinks of Call of Duty or some shit, or does that shit feel a lot? Do you see it a lot differently?
I mean, like I said, it seems kind of like a dream. It doesn't really bother me in that sense. For me, from what I took from Afghanistan is a whole shitload of anxiety, like in the I can't really control it way. I can deal with the video games. I can deal with the guns still because I'm a big gun guy. It's the anxiety stuff that I can't really deal with anymore.
So like, have you had like people in your squad that haven't made it?
Thankfully, everyone's made it. But
good. That's amazing.
I have been a direct responder to 2 aircraft crashes.
Oh.
And the second one was the one that started the end of my career because I just couldn't handle it anymore. The stresses of it all.
What was the
You just retired.
What was the impetus of those crashes? Like, what caused their, I'm assuming, helicopter to crash?
The first one was in Afghanistan. It was pilot error. Basically, we were landing to the dust each time. So you're coming in the desert, and you get close to the ground, and the just dust storm. You can't see anything. The pilots get lost in that, and the backseaters, like me in the back, we're looking at the ground, we're staring at the ground, calling out the altitude to get down, and the pilots didn't listen this time, and they drifted back and left and tipped it over in Afghanistan.
And then it just blew up.
It didn't blow up. Everyone survived somehow. And I was on the aircraft that came in after to put the team in to blow that aircraft up.
Oh, you're
because
Forrest
the
Gump.
aircraft survived.
You did the Forrest Gump thing.
Who the fuck is Forrest Gump?
You did the fucking
Okay,
Forrest
hold
Gump
on.
thing, dude.
How about this?
Jenai. Jenai, I
No.
was in Vietnam, Jenai.
No.
What the fuck is Forrest Gump?
So that crash, I responded to. I put the team in. They blew the aircraft up. It's on fucking YouTube. The Taliban the next day put a YouTube video saying that they shot it down. Didn't happen. But anyway.
Why did you blow it? Why did you blow up the helicopter?
I didn't blow it up personally.
But
the
like,
U.S. blew it up.
Yeah, what is the reason behind, like, not you specifically, but just in the idea of like blowing it up because it crashed, or
sensitive items that can't be recovered. Not only sensitive items, but like the whole airframe itself, because whatever the Taliban would do with it at that point could go to China or Russia or any of our adversaries. So before, I was on nights for 9 months. I had 500 flight hours in about 9 months. Before dawn even broke, that aircraft was a smoldering wreck, like just a melted pile of aluminum. Because they not only thermited it, the team I put in, but after that they drone striked it just to get rid of it.
Hey guys,
Officially, it was a hard landing,
what's up, Black?
but that's not how it happened.
Y'all wanna hear my cat? His name is Mr. Heebie Jeebies.
Sure.
The second one
Okay.
is a lot less eventful. It was a pilot
That's what
error,
I'm saying.
made a mistake, crashed the aircraft, but I was still a crew member at the time, and after 2 crashes and dealing with 2 crashes, because I was a maintenance supervisor also, I was in charge of taking this aircraft apart on site and getting it out of there. It was too much. Aviation in general anymore is too much. I didn't want to be in that role.
Like, what was it? Just too much shit going on, or like was it the deaths and seeing allies, or just people die in general? Like, what fucked it up for you?
Well,
That made you say, "Nah, fuck this."
fortunately, I never had to see anyone die on my side. I'd seen plenty of dead bodies in Afghanistan, but on my side, I've never had to see anyone die. But I was still a crew member at the second aircraft crash, and after that,
Okay.
I just couldn't do it anymore. You know, the risks, the stress. Even though I trusted my maintenance ability and my pilots and my fellow crew members, I just couldn't do it anymore. Just got to be too much.
Right. I can see. I can see. I just feel like with like all of your different roles and like different abilities and this shit, like amount of the things that you did, I feel like a brain like yours would be needed more in there. Most definitely. I feel like you could kept going a little bit more.
I feel like my brain is fried at this point, honestly.
Right. It's like too much, just too much of bullshit.
Did you,
Yeah,
if you
I
don't mind me
just-
asking, did you personally kill anybody?
Maple.
Yes.
He probably-
So
Oh.
I didn't know until the next day, but yes, I've been in many firefights, but I do have confirmed kills on a Taliban RPG team. We were in Sangin Valley of Afghanistan, and just getting shit hammered with RPGs from everywhere. And I did what I always did. I engaged back. From a previous engagement, we got shit hammered from a tree line, and I learned from that one, and I saw that tree line, and I saw where it was coming from, and I just said, fuck that tree line. Everyone that's in there is fucking guilty. So I just literally fanned that whole tree line. And a couple days later, I learned just offhand, like via intelligence reports, because they would monitor the Taliban's communications. Apparently, they didn't name me specifically, but they said the gunner from this aircraft, resulted in the deaths of this RPG team, which included, I don't remember his fucking name now. I'd have to look it up. But a Taliban leader, commander, region commander. I don't know. Obviously, I was in the air. I didn't see him personally. So I did it, but I don't know. I don't know how I don't know how it affects me. At one point, I feel fucking terrible about it, but at the same time, they were trying to shoot us down, and it was us at them. And that day, it was us.
I wouldn't feel remorse.
I don't feel remorse. I don't
If
feel.
they're not American,
I don't feel
I
remorse.
I don't know.
I don't
I
feel
like
remorse.
if I don't understand their like language,
It just
or
doesn't.
anything, it's just like,
I don't feel remorse. It just doesn't feel real. Like because I was like 500 foot in the air, and this happened, and I did it.
So if like somebody
And
convinced you
I
well that
gotta.
it was fake, then you would be like accepting of it because it was that unbelievable.
Kinda, yeah. The whole thing was like a fever dream. The whole deployment, all of 2019 was a fever dream.
Must have been a crazy year for you, bro. I should.
It was. It
Goddamn.
really was.
Thinking in hindsight, as someone who's been through the military, like and has been deployed, if you went back, would you still do it?
I'd do it again. Yeah. It took me out of my small town, nowhere, anything. Like I was working road construction into a bigger, better thing. Despite what I went through, it got me out of that and put me where I am today. Like even before I retired early from the military, it put me in such a good spot. It was worth it. And it was worth the people I served with. I would do it again for the experiences, for the people, but at this point, no. It made me who I am. It put me in a good spot. Where I am now, no, I wouldn't do it again. It kind of fucked me up mentally.
I imagine it's difficult to be in a situation where you are like your life is in like constant threat like all the time.
Yeah, it it is and it isn't. It's adrenaline. When you're in it in the moment, you don't feel it. It's the years later. I don't I don't know how to explain that more. You got people you can trust around you. You got your equipment you can trust. In the moment, you don't feel it. It's after.
So, as someone who's come back from active combat, do you feel like the United States government like does enough to help like our like the people who have served, like with like either mental health or whatever, like trying to help you guys kind of rectify the trauma that you guys went through?
Yeah, this is complicated. The answer is yes and no. Yes, there are a shitload of resources out there. They're all available, but the wait times, the bureaucracy, the paperwork, the the governmenting is what complements it all, or not comments, complicates. It's out there. Just goddamn, when you're trying to make an appointment with your mental health provider and you're on hold for an hour and a half, that's the kind of shit that drives people away.
Yeah, I have a friend in the Navy, and I think it took him 6 months to get a CPAP machine.
Yeah, it's like I said, I retired about a month ago. I'm unemployed right now. 12 years Army federal technician, and I'm retired, like medically retired. I might not get income for another 3 some months just because of bureaucracy.
Do you think being in an environment where you are forced to fight and kill your fellow man like changed the way that you see the world?
Changed it? Maybe on the global stage. Here, no. I mean, compared to the people I interact with every day, kinda, yeah. Like, I don't see normal day-to-day issues with the same kind of weight people I know do. But on the global scale, no, they were trying to kill me. I killed them. Fuck them. Like I said, tree line, fuck that whole tree line. Like, it was me or them. I will say I am more careful here now, though. I have had a complete acceptance of death since getting back in everything I do, whether that's going down the highway or road raging, whatever it may be. I just expect death every day. I don't want death, but I do not go to conflict. I avoid conflict as much as possible now. It's a very complicated answer, but
No, I appreciate your perspective a lot. I'm also trying to think of like other interesting things to ask you about. Because obviously, so I never served in any of the armed forces, right? I've never been in a situation where I have like my life has been actively threatened, and so it's like it's very challenging for me to stick myself like into like understanding your perspective, right? And that's why I think it's very interesting.
well, you haven't even asked about this. You haven't even asked
Hey,
about
Supreme Kai.
this part.
So, I mean, what do you mean? Are you like, are you talking about like the fact that you have like a furry avatar?
Yeah, I'm fully a furry.
I
Been a
actually,
furry for a while.
I was just
Go
gonna,
ahead.
I was just gonna say, I have interviewed. So I don't casually play VRChat. I come in here to make YouTube content and like interview people. So like, I have interviewed hundreds of furries. It's not even like unusual to me at this point.
But a combat veteran, that's got to be a little unusual.
Do you like is that something that you do like in real life? Like, do you have like a fursuit and all that kinds of stuff?
Yeah, I have a mini partial. So I have a head, paws, and a tail commissioned, which was about $9,000.
You spent
And it should be done
$9,000 on your
later
fursuit?
this year. Yeah. The mini partial was about 1,000. 9,000, yeah.
It's kind of crazy how expensive some of those are. I've talked to people who usually spend somewhere between like $5,000 to $9,000 on them, and it's quite an investment.
But it's worth it, especially for someone like me. Like, I'm very socially awkward. Like, I'm doing this VRChat thing. In the same vein as a fursuit. Like, I can literally put on a mask and interact with people without being face to face because I'm super socially awkward. Do not like face to face interactions. It's really nice. Like, with the head that I do have when I put it on, I can be the person I want to be without actually being that person face to face. It's really nice. Like, I went through all that stress and all that everything, responsibility, and I can just be. I know this one's a Rex, but my persona's a Yote. I just want to be a dumb dog sometimes. Actually,
What about, I guess, not like, I guess in an interaction wherever you are just yourself, like what are you scared of?
I wouldn't say I'm anything. I just don't like it. I don't know. I've just been so reserved for so long that until I came out as a furry to my friends and family, it was all in my head. It was all in my head for over 10 years, even throughout my military career. Like, this is what I was until recently. And when I started acting on it, it really, really let me be myself.
No longer that heat, boy.